that you were here. For those of you just now tuning in, my name is CarmelOP and welcome back to Skin Deep. You know what just occurred to me, like, why are we calling this game Skin Deep? I don't really understand it, but whatever. So you're letting them do what players want is a better way to sway if in doubt as a game designer, probably. So there's two camps of thinking about that. And that's not from a development standpoint, that's from a player standpoint. Do you play the game according to the player's rules, or you play the game according to the developer's rules? You know, it's kind of like it's like, what game are you wanting to play? Are you wanting to play like an actual game, or are you just wanting to play your own style of gaming just in this universe that they've set up? Letting them, let's see, because all the good game names are taken. Oh yeah, that's why Skin Deep is the name of the game, probably. Okay, where is this? Oh, it's going right here. 100. Yeah, they're going in right here. There's no way they're not. Okay, I'm smelly, so this might cause problems. But I'm just gonna throw fucking everything as soon as they come in. Especially this EMP grenade. I'm not dealing with the swordfish. Oh, apparently the swordfish killed Randy. Oh no. Wire grenade. And TNT. If I can throw the TNT at least. Jesus, I killed. Oh, I'm bleeding out now. What the fuck? Dude, the TNT is like deadly. Where the fuck is the thing where I can leave the level now? I don't see it. Unless it got like launched into space or some weird shit. Which I hope not, but hey, at least I got rid of 3 dudes right away. So let's see if we can't just get rid of them. Yeah, I don't see them at all. So that must have killed them outright. Or kind of maybe despawned the thing, unless it's a pirate on the ship already, which I'm pretty sure the game didn't explain that way, but whatever. I'm assuming we had text to voice for chat. I'm also the reason it got took away. I don't think you are. So no, that was for Darkest Dungeon 2 when I tried to do that. I tried to do something a little bit different. Bro. And it did okay. I mean, the goal was to get enough people to use their collective minds. Okay, well, yeah, let's get out of the vents, please. But the goal was just to like get, like, how many people can you get together to try and beat a Darkest Dungeon run together? You know, that was the goal of that, and it never worked. No, I thought it was a good idea, you know, just get like 4 strangers, and I would just like be the host, like essentially a dungeon master, getting them to you know, just pretty much doing the work for them. And then if it was going to really catch on, I was going to learn how to like program it to do its own thing, like to where it doesn't need me, and do like a Twitch plays Darkest Dungeon. But that never came to fruition. But that's no big deal. It's not that big of a deal. No, I didn't want to leave, motherfucker. Now I'm smelly for no fucking reason, even though I didn't want to. God damn it. What does Telego do? Does it teleport me somewhere? Yes. Okay. Wow. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. I remember you asking that stream, what are you doing? And I typed, what are you doing, Step? What are you doing, Step, bro?
She's gone. She's gone. Anyone got eyes?
I need to use water. There we go.
Stay healthy.
Sounds like trash.
If I can find whoever has the fucking
They got away.
key card. Okay, neither of these. No, this dude on the. No, he doesn't. Is that a key card? Or is that just like a random PDA?
Looking good.
It's not glowing purple, so I'm going to assume no.
Someone to die.
Okay, he doesn't have it. I wonder if it's in the lost and found thing then. Because I'm wondering if it got blasted somewhere.
This area's clear. Okay. Someone to die.
Yeah, I'm going to have to find something. I mean, I could just defeat all the pirates, but man, I just don't have an arsenal for that. I just don't have the arsenal to do that. That and getting away from these fucks is not easy. Oh yeah, now I can finally use this Windows code. P-I-T-A. Oh, please come in here. I'll kill 2 or 3 of you in one go. There's only 1 in here, so I'm going to not do that. Who the fuck's got the key card? There's just 1 dude somewhere. Not him. Not Patty. Yeah, ship authority key. God damn it. Main junction. Yeah, they did get launched out. Somehow got bugged out, but whatever. We gotta go to... Fuck, what was it called? Main something? Ooh, that's a dude, that's a dude, that's a dude, that's a dude. Don't see me.
Missing something?
What was it called? Where was it at? Main junction. Okay, main junction. God damn it. Drive corridor. So I'll find the stairs to the main junction. Algae oh, I still need to do the refinery. Still need to do that. Crew quarters. Okay, find the hidden cassette tape. I'm not worried about that. Gotta get to the main corridor. Ooh, actually, is there like a save station in here? That'd be pretty dope if there was. I don't think there is. Main junction next to the crew quarters. Okay, so this is the main junction. We just gotta find the lost and found box.
Still in one piece.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the fucking frame rate. Could be because of where we're really late in the game. Fuck. Okay, where's the lost and found box? Wait, here we go. Here's a save box. Save. Okay. Wait, main junction. Bam. Are you serious? Of course, there's a dude right there. I can't just walk in. Doom Dark Ages looks so good. Yeah, I want to play it, but I still haven't played or I still haven't finished Doom Eternal. Still have not finished it, and I need to. I just haven't. Dude, come on. Like, I get it's random control or patrol patterns. I shouldn't be getting angry, but at the same time, it's like Come on, like the level's lasting long enough. We spent like, I think, an hour on this fucking level. Where's the fucking lost and found box? Where the fuck is it? They said main junction, right? Or am I fucking crazy? You haven't finished a single Doom that you've played? I mean, if you just can't find it within yourself to finish it, I mean, you know, it sucks, because, you know, it's, to me, that's money down the drain. Like, I try to finish games I buy, even though I have a fuck ton of them. Oh, fuck. Partly why I wanted to stream. That way I have more of an incentive to finish the games that I start. Okay, so there's 2 different floors of the main junction. Maybe? No, here's the main junction, so it should be in here somewhere. Unless I'm fucking stupid. Oh, here we go, thank God. Okay, where do they even come in at? I don't remember. Airlock, I'm about to just go outside into the fucking... You know what? I'm gonna go outside into space and then fly around and figure it out that way. Unless I can't because the game won't allow... Oh, here we go. Oh my God, that's this level done. Jesus. Half an hour. I feel like we spent closer to an hour because of the reset.
Oh, okay.
Meow top agent, sweet. Sure thing. Okay. No. Thank you, Smiley. Thank you, Gubo. I mean, guess thank you, Cassiano. Thanks for thinking about me. Okay, Little Lion. Nina, the data is complete. We're triangulating Xena's location now, and we'll have it for you within the day. Hang on tight, you're almost there. In Meowcore IT. Congratulations, Nina Pasadena. You have completed this financial quarter as Meowcorp's top agent. Your client rescue numbers are 2% higher than the company average. Your firearm accuracy is 5% higher than the company average. Thank you for your dedication and hard work during this financial quarter. Okay, cool. Wait, there's more? Oh. Nina Pasadena, Meowcore IT has rescinded your network access and shut down your accounts. Please report immediately to Nuevos Aires Meowcore headquarters for a performance review with your manager. Okay. So this is probably it. This is probably the last level. Maybe, maybe not. We will see. Also, I was looking at my YouTube numbers for the review channel. 600 hours. No, yeah, 600 hours away from monetization. That's so fucking many hours. It's so much time. And like, I'm so close. I'm so fucking close, but I'm so far away at the same time. Okay, Meowcore. Okay, insert corporate ID. Nina Pasadena. Okay, more jumping around, sure. Conference room. They can make big levels. I don't know why they didn't do it for this.
Everybody.
Nina Pasadena. You used to be our top agent.
I think if you check the numbers, I'm still the top agent.
Not anymore. We're suspending your contract.
Wait, what?
Why? Oh shit. Let me guess.
Security found that you've been violating the Meowcore policy on side project work. You've been using our client's ships to pursue your personal grudges on company time. To assassinate the pirate queen of the Numbudge gang, that's time theft.
But the clients are helping me.
Not permitted.
I'm trying to kill a pirate queen. That's good for the client.
Okay. All right, let's get out of here. So what are we doing now? Are we gonna work with what's his name? What the fuck?
We heard the news, Nina. Get inside. Meowport can go screw itself. We finally found Zena's hidden base. We're gonna go stop her.
What happens? I guess like you wouldn't know that the mech existed if you didn't do it on your own in that one level. Oh, that's just going to be like a huge mech section, I guess. God, writing the story for this, the story section for this video is going to be rough.
We know where Zena's signal is coming from now. It's faint when we pinpointed the source.
Is everyone ready to fight?
We'll go with you to the end, Nina.
Approaching wonky space.
We're nearly there. Hold tight. It's pulling us in.
Is this going to be like a huge ass long cutscene? I got a feeling that it is.
She built her pirate hideout in wonky space.
She made our face out of spaceships.
Enemy fire. Invading battle station.
Deploying fins. Polarizing hologram. Now. Gravity accelerating.
Oh, I can't get in the mech? Come on. So we're just gonna watch some cool stuff happen while we just follow behind the mech.
This position. Nina, you and I must press ahead.
Okay. By you and I guess you mean you, since you have the capabilities of killing everything. Oh, they don't have the heads on them. Wait, well, I guess they spawn anyway. Okay, did I just take cover behind this guy and he just shoots everything? Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty corny.
Alright, that should buy us some time.
They've like upped the stakes for like no reason. You know, like, it's a goofy story. Maybe I should stop bitching. It's a goofy story.
When you find her,
Kill her! I feel like we covered this.
that's...
What, you have an opinion about it?
I don't think you want to hear it.
What is that? It's an arcade game, not an MSim.
What are these formulas?
That's my handwriting. Is this how she escaped wonky space?
She's a genius.
Come on, man.
It's a compliment. You can do this. She's you.
No, I couldn't.
She can do anything you can do too. Think about it, okay?
No, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I expect like just nothing but cutscene towards the end of the game. It's not a MilSim either.
I think I can stop it.
Yeah, you just don't run into it.
There's no turning back, Nina. You have to find her.
One thing.
Nina,
Oh, is he going to die?
forgive me. You're the same person. You're both my best friend.
One thing I'm interested in seeing is whether or not there's either a new game plus or a level select after you've beaten the game. Because I'd fucking hate to have to play through every level in the game again.
There you are, you worm.
Okay.
You go, Joe. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you first.
Okay, so she's going to mirror all of my moves.
No, you stop that.
I just jump. Let me guess. I gotta jump in the fire to kill both of us.
No, you stop.
No, okay. So if that's not how we do it. Oh, okay. Maybe I just go over here and jump into the swords with her and kill her. Yep. Okay.
Oh, I hate you. I hate you. You gave up on our dreams. You gave up on me. You made us boring.
There's literally people on the Steam store that say this should be game of the decade. Just keep that in mind. Whenever you see hate comments on my videos or my reviews, remember, people think this should be game of the decade. I'm not saying this is bad, but this is definitely not deserving of that. So that goes back to the point I had yesterday when I said that people decide they like games. Okay, synchronize. This is like shit that came out in like 2013, 2014 when like was it Bill and Ed or Billy and Ed, that zombie game where like you played as a zombie and fucking ran through an obstacle course? It reminds me a lot of that for some odd reason. I can't figure out why. Oh, homie234, thank you for the follow. I did not even notice that. Thank you for the follow. I'm just waiting, like, what the fuck is this cutscene?
You're both my best friends.
Like, I don't mean to sound like I'm bitching or anything, but it's like, come the fuck on. What are we doing here? Okay, 1 week later.
We good on burgers?
Yep.
You should go make sure she doesn't need, like, a mushroom burger or something.
I'll go check.
Are we really going to do this? Are we really going to have like a post-credit scene? Okay, it's going to give us an introduction to all the cats, like we didn't get to know them enough. Okay, well let's just head this way. Also, who the fuck are we supposed to talk to about? Oh, her. Okay.
Oh, hey. Thanks for bringing me along, I guess. No problem.
We still have to review this. I want to go to bed. I want to go to bed.
Actually super chill. And Lion is still fun. Do you guys hang out? Sorta. I mean, I guess so. So what's next for you? You lost your job, right? Yeah, I'm probably going freelance. Still a lot of pirates out there. What about you? Any ideas? Got no plans. Still figuring out who I want to be. Well, if you ever need a place to crash, my ship's got an extra room. Thanks. Yeah, I'll think about it.
CSS Bloody Blessing. Okay. I mean, it tries to give us like a send off. Okay, thank God. Oh, God. How I gotta look at the credits, see how many people worked on this game. I gotta see. Okay, Blendo Games and Annapurna Interactive presents Skin Deep. Okay. Oh, at least this is a little bit of an interactive cutscene. Ooh. What are these? This is nice. Okay, just in-game models, I'm guessing. Yeah. Let's hear. Thanks for playing Skin Deep. Game development is rarely straightforward, and Skin Deep is no exception. For example, an earlier iteration of Skin Deep had completely open levels, no locks, no barricades, no keys. It was pretty chaotic and didn't have a lot of structure. Adding lock. Okay, yep. Kind of figure that. Let's see your skull deposit. Okay, I don't want to read about like what could have been. I'm worried about the final product. Developed by Blendo Games. Okay, level design by Suzanne Will. Ian Wells. Okay, so hold on. Suzanne Wells, level design, system design, art and programming. Ian Wells is level design, systems design, and art. Okay, narrative, creative director, art, design, programming. Okay. And then, oh wow, okay, so this is an extremely small dev team. Okay. All right, and they had some additional writing, which cool. Okay, that's actually not a lot of people. Yeah, I think it just kind of drags on is my issue, but whatever. Okay, additional writing, voiceover director. Okay, all the voiceover people, voice actors, anybody I recognize. Sung-Won Cho, that's the guy who, you know, voices Black from Borderlands 3, all the people at the publishing company, and special thanks. Okay. All right. I mean, it's nice to see a little indie game, but like, again, like, I don't know if I just have my standards too high or it's just like, I don't know, like I think it's because I've seen indie games do better, right? And so I think that's why my standards are so high. Xena Pasadena, hey sis, picked up some work down on teaching self-defense to some cats. Class runs every day from Monday to Friday. Yeah, whatever. Have fun down there. Okay, Little Lion. Nina, the data is complete. We're trying to get... No, wait. We just read that. 50th birthday bash for Little Lion. Okay, now what? What's up here? Dream. Okay, so yeah, you can go back and play through other levels. All right. Okay, that's pretty neat. You can just dream about them and you get to replay them. Okay, I can appreciate that a lot. Okay, I guess that's it, huh? So it's gonna send me up here. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's the game. So let's go back to let's go to the main menu. Yes, exit to the title. Oh man. All right, let's dig in. Let's see, that was Invisible Wars script. That's the short. Actually, let me find the 10-point review system really quick. There we go. All right. I guess we can play some music. How about that? Okay. Turn that down a little bit, for me at least. All right, so this one's going to be a little bit complicated because it's not a straightforward review as much as I would like it to be. All right, so erase all of those. It's definitely not a 10 out of 10. It's definitely not a 3 out of 10. I'll tell you that much. I did take some notes on my phone. I'm going to pull those up while I talk out loud here. Okay, so graphics overall, they're stylized graphics, that's for sure. Do they pass for today's standards as an indie game? I would say sure. Does it look the best? No, everything's readable though. Everything works pretty well, so I can't really complain about how the game looks overall. So I'm not going to complain about how it looks. So we'll just give the graphics an overall 1 objectively, because I think most people will just enjoy the way it looks. And like how it's a little cartoony, it doesn't take itself seriously. Because like in the vacuum of space, it's not all black and stars. Like they use different colors to kind of to be offset from the ship, so you can kind of see the silhouette of the ship as needed. So I think it's fine. Sound design is actually pretty well. It's pretty good. The only issues I have with it is that some of the noises get annoying. I wish they had options to get rid of those noises, like when you can activate the vents, or like you can deactivate the vent gates or whatever. Like those security panels will beep and beep and beep and beep and beep and fucking beep until you deactivate them, and it's fucking annoying. But hearing enemies everywhere in the headphones works really well, surprisingly. Probably a little too well. I felt like I was at an advantage a lot of times, but either way, I enjoy that part. I think the sound is really good, in my honest opinion. Music, pretty good, actually really good. The main title, the main theme title thing, whatever you want to call it, I'm tired. Sounds really good, and the music that's ambient in the game does its job pretty well. It's all funky, it's all fresh. It's good. It's good. It's hard for me to harp on it because I can't really. I have no problems with it. Polish. Ooh, here we go. We did have one point where it pushed me out of the map. We had another point where a key got, I guess it got destroyed actually, the last key we needed to move on. I think it got destroyed. So we can't really count that as a bug issue, because thankfully they had the lost and found boxes, which are there to mitigate items getting lost or destroyed. So good on them, smart on them to do that. So I will applaud them for that. Other than that one little bug of like seeing silhouettes outside the ship, not that big of an issue. But to me, like those two things, like that's like for the regular person, they're not going to care. They're not going to care about those two things, right? It's going to be fine by them. But for me, especially when like if you make it to the end of a level and you get pushed under the floor, that's pretty bad feeling. And there's something with the fact that if your character is crouched and you try to do something, the animations can mess with it so that you can like mess with the geometry of the level. I don't know how that's fixable, but it's there enough, and I'm sure enough people ran into it and not even known it. So for polish, for me, that gets a 0. Story, there is a story, unfortunately. Is it good? Let's see. You are an insurance agent for like cats in space. Whenever they get boarded by pirates, your job is to actually, let me see how much time I have in the game right now too. Actually, let me stop this really quick just to make sure. Okay, 7.2 hours. So we'll just call it 7 hours. Oh, it's updating too. Okay. Give me 1 second as soon as it gets done. But it takes 7 hours. Okay, we'll load this up. Takes 7 hours to complete. Which, whatever. All right. So story, I mean, the game's not really about the story, but the gameplay doesn't make up for that, if that makes sense. The gameplay's solid, you know, it can be enjoyable, but the fact that the story kind of sucks, the gameplay isn't able to carry it, because you know, how long before your average player is like, okay, I'm ready for it to end? That's kind of what I look at when I look at a story, or like the lack of a story. You know, because if you look at Minecraft, like people just play that. They just do their own fucking thing. It doesn't need a story. It might have one, it might not. But they keep playing it. Like, sure, there's an end goal. You kill the Ender Dragon, and there's like a pathway to do that. There's no like narrative to it, so it's like not really that big of a thing. At least that's how I feel about it. Okay, then. So what is the story? You play as an insurance agent. You find out you have a hit on you from space pirates. You find out it's your clone or whatever. You find out you created the clone. It's just, I think like most people aren't going to like the story. Like to them, it's going to be stupid. Character development in between main missions is reduced to fucking emails and a text. And like there's some characters like when you read through the hints throughout the world, there's some of that in there, but like I don't think that's good enough necessarily for people to enjoy, because it's nowhere near the level of like System Shock or Prey or anything where it's like, oh, like you read through these and if you pay attention you can piece it together. So I think most people won't like it genuinely. Like that's just not me putting my own thoughts on there. I just genuinely think a lot of people will be like, what the fuck. Effectiveness and engagement in gameplay is a fun or makes you just want to play for one more turn. I think it's fun. I don't personally do this, but I can see like I don't personally like challenge myself in a game necessarily. I don't do like, oh, I'm going to play this and never jump. I'm going to play this and never use this item or weapon. Have I done like no kill runs and no detection runs and like Dishonored and stuff like that? Sure, but like because there's a payoff to that towards the end, right? There's like an achievement at the very least. That's a good incentive to play the game. If other people don't want to do that, sure, that's on them. Like I don't judge them one bit. They can definitely do that, but that's not for me. But I think a lot of people will enjoy that. These levels are just mini playgrounds, for sure, mini playgrounds, and I think they'll enjoy that. For me, if I'm talking about the game when I'm not absolutely burned out on it, I think the gameplay is good. I really love the mechanic that your trash chutes, your airlocks, your windows, and your vents are all restricted whenever you start a level. And so it incentivizes you to really put yourself in harm's way to figure out what the codes are in order to open up these pathways to explore. I think that's a really fun way of doing it. Does it get old? Yes. Do the vents have a purpose in the game? Kind of, not really. It's just, there's a lot there, honestly. There's a lot going on. Because it's an MSim light is what it is. It's an MSim light. Because it has freedoms, but it doesn't have a lot of freedoms. But I think it's good enough. I think it's good enough. It's like I said, it's not a great game, but it's not a bad game either. I think I've said that either in my script that I'm writing, or I might have said it earlier. It's not a great game, but it's not a bad game. It's just an alright game. So either way, that works. Replayability post game. Post game will be you running through levels again. So they do have that. If you didn't 100% them on your first time through the level, you have that option. Will you want to run through it again from beginning to end? No, because there's no character progression or anything like that. So there is no replayability, but there is some post game if you want to replay levels. The only issue that comes up is that if you didn't 100% every level as you went, that's the only reason it has post game. If you did, then there is no post game. But most players won't. Most players will not 100% it on their first run through. So I think it does have a good option of, I think it has good opportunities for replayability, or just to keep playing it after you finish the main story. And on a side note, I'll also give it a 1 here because I think it is, I won't personally. I mean, I won't. I don't think it's worth a replay personally. I don't think it's worth going after all the little level challenges, although they are fun. Just not for me, because I think the whole game is not up to snuff as a whole. That's just me. But good news is that the game does have mod support. How far does that mod support go? I don't know. Does that go towards like actual levels, maybe new tools? Maybe. I don't know, but we will see. We will see new objects, new ways to interact with the world. I'm kind of excited to see what the modding community brings about. That's kind of what I'm ready to see. So yeah, length 7 hours. I think it's just right. I think it's just right. I think most people will think it's just right. Does this overstay its welcome a little bit? Absolutely. It absolutely overstays its welcome, but it doesn't overstay its welcome too long. It's a $20 game. You're getting good bang for your buck. That's just objectively true. Plus with the replay value and the potential modding scene, you know, I'm not gonna say it's a good investment, but hey, if you spend your money, it's likely it's not a waste. Environments, variability, and differentiation. The environments, I feel like they waited too long in the game to start overcomplicating levels. That's how it feels. I feel like they waited way too long to overcomplicate levels. I hope you don't make the YouTube review longer than 10 minutes. Maybe narration won't be longer than 10 minutes, like the actual narration. But like when I throw music in there and stuff, that's what adds to the length, believe it or not. I try to make between 15 and 30 seconds of a musical track is what I try to cram in. But sometimes it's like hard to cut it off too, because like when's a good point to cut off the music? You know, when you're in the middle of a good track. But anyway, environments, I feel like they didn't really flex that hard until like towards the end game when the levels got really complicated. That's one thing I feel like is a shame. Like I'm not even like mad that they didn't make that many great levels. I'm just like I know they're capable of it, but they just didn't do it. They didn't bump it up to the nth degree where they could have. They just didn't. Because that last level, I think it's my favorite level because it's so complicated. Even though we had to restart it, I really enjoyed that level. That's really it. Do they vary enough? Yeah, the level layouts vary. Obviously, they have to. I like how they all have their own themes of what they are. That was a good touch the devs put on to the levels. They do look samey though. There's a lot of assets that are repeated, that you just see over and over again, and sometimes you can kind of get lost because levels do start to blend together. Don't you get copyright stuff if you play music anyways? Yes and no. As long as I'm criticizing the music because that's protected under fair use, then no. But on the Deus Ex Invisible War video, I played that bit from that band, that shitty fucking band. And I think because of where I wasn't criticizing it, like it got flagged. Because I even went back and watched the video. Like I just said it sucked, but I didn't like criticize it, and they claimed the video, and I've disputed it, and they still reenacted the claim. So I'm not gonna fight it, but that's the only video I've ever had a copyright claim on. So I'm not really too worried about playing the music, because it's part of the critique. And if they want to take me to court, they can take me to court, and then we'll settle that once and for all. But yeah, the environments were good. How about you just state your opinion on the music without playing it? Nah, I like to give you a little taste of it because it's, and again in the Deus Ex Invisible War video, when I'm talking about how boring and how in the background that music is, yeah, you can kind of get that. But like, then it'll get called into question by just taking the worst parts of those musical tracks out, you know, and just playing those 4 seconds. And I don't think that the 4 seconds is enough to grasp what a track is about, almost, you know. But anyway, when I was talking about how all the music was in the background, I was able to play a good chunk of it. And then we get to the part where I'm talking about the boss music, and it's the same issue. It just sounds like it's in the background. So I think that was good for me to let people listen to it, as much of it as I feel they needed to. But yeah, that's the only video that's ever gotten copyright claimed, and I think, and like I don't really think anything of it. Like, I don't get paid anyway, so like it's not a big deal to me yet. I'm sure, like, if I start getting paid by YouTube at some point, I will probably start being more meticulous if I start noticing that claims are happening on every video. But we'll see. Anyway, getting back to environments, I think they're solid. I think most people will enjoy them because they do vary enough. They vary just enough to where you don't feel like you're playing the same level over and over and over again. You know, switch to better platforms that actually pay. Let's see, we have YouTube, we have Twitch. I don't like, does Vimeo even pay their creators? Because like, I really don't know of any other video sharing websites that are really that big. Because like, yeah, I can go stream on Kick, but how many people are on Kick? Like, not that many, right? Not that I'm aware of. I could be wrong. But also, like, I'm still extremely small. Like, it's not like they're not paying me because they don't want to. It's because I don't meet the rules they set for them to pay me. And that's really it. Okay, so the entire package objectively, I think a lot of people will enjoy the game. I think they'll have a good time with it. Well, it depends, right? This one is hypercritical, or not hypercritical, but this one's highly subjective because people who play MSims, they have very, very strict definitions of what an MSim is. And this is such a huge variable. That's such a huge variable. But I think if you're an MSim fan and you want to play an MSim that does a little bit of everything, does a little bit of map exploration, does a little bit of using the best of your wits, using all the tools that you have available to you, encouraging exploration to find little hidden corridors and nooks and crannies for weapons. I think like most people will enjoy that part about it. Kick, TikTok, and Rumble. Most people triple stream to YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. What is an MSim? Oh God. MSim stands for immersive simulation. That's what Deus Ex is, or at least what it started out as. That's what I think Thief falls into that category. Dishonored 1, 2, and Death of the Outsider fall into that category. It's a lot about player. There's so many varying definitions on it. A lot of people think, or a lot of people feel that it's based around player agency, about player making their own choices on how they go about like completing an objective. I.e., if you play Dishonored, do you do you kill all the guards in an area, or do you sneak in, or do you cause a distraction, or do you summon a swarm of rats, or do you deactivate the power walls, or do you do this, or do you do that? You know, it's about player choice and how you want to go about it. And then to some people, it's how realistic. And to some people, it's like, how realistic is the world you're taking place in? The world you're playing in. How real does it react to your actions? Or how well does it like convince you that it is a simulation? I don't think people know what MSim is. I asked Gemini and it didn't know either. Yeah, you can go on Reddit on RMSim, and like people will argue back and not argue, but they'll talk back and forth about what they feel an MSim is, and it's inconclusive. Like I'm not gonna say what the definition of an MSim is. I'm just going by what other people say an MSim is, and if a title declares itself as an MSim, if they declare it, okay, I'm gonna say that's what I'm gonna say it, right? Because they say it is. I'm not making the definition up. Maybe you should drop that term altogether. But it's a I mean, listen, if you want to go to R immersive sim on subreddit and put that out there that people should drop the term MSim, let me know what those responses are. Because that's a way people describe games. It's just how it is. And some people want to call like crazy examples as MSims. I can't even think of it. I think people just have too much time on their hand. Anyway, I think most people will enjoy this game. If they're willing to forgive some of the little bit of jankiness from the polish, I think they'll enjoy the game for sure. But for me, it's hard to recommend this game because it's just hard to recommend it because like I'm more of a story oriented person. Like, I don't know, like I expect both the story and the gameplay to be good. That's kind of it. If the story sucks and the gameplay is great, like, I mean, okay, but like I need a reason to play. And if the story's great and the game sucks, it's like, well, I'm going to be frustrated the entire way through. I'm not going to care about the story. And so like here, there's no story, which does suck. The polish can be fixed. I'm not going to replay this anytime soon. I mean, I will for footage purposes, obviously. But like, I'm not going to play from beginning to end. Will I play from beginning to end ever again? Probably not. Maybe not. But yeah, so that would get a 0 from me because I can't, like, I don't think I could recommend this to friends. I can't recommend it to people who've never played an MSim in their life because I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of all over the place. It's kind of all over the place. Like, it has its moments. It has its moments where it's like really brilliant and it can be really enjoyable. Like when things are just chaotic and things are happening, and I really enjoy like the walkie-talkie checks, making sure everybody's still alive, everybody's still patrolling the areas like they're supposed to. Like that's really neat. And them walking around the station calling repair drones to fix certain things, like cool. Like I think all that works. It's just I feel like because there's no overarching narrative, there's no world to set this in, that people, like, it's just hard for me to get into it. Like, I don't care about this insurance agent or whatever. It's just like, it comes off as like one of those games that's just like, oh, hey, we're just going to do random shit. You know, we're just going to throw a story together. It's like, I don't know what it's called, but I know people know what I'm talking about. It's like, I think it's like one of those assignments you get in school, like in like second grade, where it's like, oh, you put a noun here, you put a verb here, you put an action here, you put an adjective here. Like, you know, you just fill in the blanks with like the corresponding word. And I feel like that's kind of what this story is. It's just like, oh, you're an insurance agent in space working for cats, and your evil twin has put out a hit on you. You know, that's what it feels like so much. It feels like that. Story-wise, it's just like they just pulled fucking words out of a hat and placed them right where they go. And then again, this game isn't about the story, but fuck, a story goes a long way. You get assignments, and I mean, like, just your regular classwork, you know? Like, whatever your regular classwork was, I don't even remember it. I just remember the days after 9/11 in second grade. That's all I remember in the day of 9/11. That's all I remember. Okay, so that gets a 6 out of 10 from me, though. It's not a terrible game. It's not a bad game. It's just not a good game. Well, not a great game. It's okay, but it's not good. You're never going to hear me tell anybody to play this. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. Oh yeah, Dishonored's better. Well, so like, here's the thing, right? Is like, this character in this game, she's limited to literally the tools you pick up. She doesn't have powers. She doesn't have, or the game has no way of having any kind of character progression. I think that's important just for games in general, because that gives people a reason to do side quests, do extra objectives, just do more. Yeah, Dishonored's way fucking better than this. Way better. Way better.